Well, it is morning now here in Seoul, and the government is saying that President Trump's few steps into North Korea were steps toward peace.
President Trump was first to arrive and walked slowly toward North Korea in the no man's land of the Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ. Still unclear if he was coming, Kim Jong-un then emerged, walking faster to catch up. The two leaders shook hands. President Trump on South Korean soil, Kim Jong-un in the north.
Good to see you again. I've never expected to meet you at this place. You feel Excellency take a step forward. You will be the first U.S. president to cross the border.
President Trump asked and was invited to cross.
I asked him, I said, would you like me to come across the line? He said, I would be honored to do that.
The first sitting American president to set foot on North Korean soil. That President Trump wanted to do this had been circulating for weeks, but the logistics clearly only came together in the last minute. Security and American and North Korean television crews seemed confused and got in each other's way.
Okay.
The president's new press secretary caught up in the scuffle and bruised, according to the Associated Press. But real history is often messy. Messier still, because it all came together 48 hours after an invitation from President Trump over Twitter.
Come on, let's go.
Kim Jong-un stepped over the line into South Korea, and the ritual was complete.
A lot of friendships have been made, and this has been in particular a great friendship, so I just want to thank you.
The North Korean leader, President Trump, his advisors, and family members went in for extended talks for almost an hour. The result? A shared goal to resume talks in the next few weeks and appoint negotiators.
We're not looking for speed, we're looking to get it right.
The president tweeting as he departed for home that stepping into North Korea was a great honor.
And Richard, for President Trump, today marked the latest bid for a legacy-defining deal. But does today get him any closer to that?
Well, it is possible. Having good relations with your enemies and adversaries is important, especially when you're dealing with authoritarian regimes like North Korea. So it is possible that this will advance relations. But the problem is this was their third meeting, and so far North Korea hasn't taken any concrete steps to get rid of its nuclear weapons.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here. And click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.